but it's the other half. So I have two halves of ice machines that could, in theory go together to make one whole ice machine, except you can't move them once they're broken. They're just... The only ways I can get rid of this is run a zombie into it, catch it on fire, or sledgehammer it. And yeah, the ice machine still works. What's even more interesting is if we look at the generator over here. So that's got two halves. I can go to this generator and go, okay, well, what are you powering? Oh, I'm powering 3 popsicle. So I'm powering half of it and it still works. So it's fine. I'm just a little salty. I wish I could move the half of an icing machine to get rid of it. So, for the moment, I have 2 books I need from the bookstore, because we never, like, emptied the bookstore. We just kind of took what we needed as we needed it. But unfortunately, I'm re-clearing the zombies, because zombies aren't allowed to be in this town. I've reclaimed it for humanity. Just like I went to the pharmacy, and I claimed their doctorate in medicine and their doctorate in surgery for my character. And no one's here to challenge my authority, so I am now Dr. Ellen Ennis. We tend to lean on our crowbar a bit much for our surgery, but you know. Okay, you're starting to actually annoy me now, zombie. There. Alright, you have yourself a good lurk. And thank you for lurking. I do appreciate it. Alright, so I got a horde on the east of us and the west. That one has a nightstick, so we'll come back to that. I don't know where you're coming from, but stop it. Okay, she has vitamins. I want to come back for those. I actually do use vitamins. That's the one with the nightstick. Of course, you drop the other nightstick right in the middle of that pile of corpses. I want to loot zombies. Go away. Yeah, you're in bad shape, so I'm not going to keep you. And they already have like 5 shotguns at this point. Okay, so the question is, where was the body with the nightstick? I think that's it right there. I'll take it. Okay, maybe the zombie I thought had a nightstick didn't. I know there was several here, so that's one of the zombies we just killed. Police officer. Well, I guess we'll just never find it. Because no, there's one body all by itself that had stuff we wanted. Vitamins, I believe. I think this might be it. There's the nightstick. Go away, I'm trying to find my loot. Think you had the vitamins? Yeah. Right, that's just where we got. What the hell? Game! Where have you been hiding them all this time? Where did you come from? That's not one horde there. That's a good 2 hordes worth of zombies that just strolled in on that. Yes, and deliberately so. So don't get me wrong, it does have a very large amount of sound it is making. But like, we have been through this town so much. Oh yeah, no, I gotcha. It's just before we would have been driving through this town, blaring our horn, like in that truck specifically, just doing that for days and days. I mean, maybe, I haven't heard of that. I always thought meta events only, because they don't, I don't believe they leave the zombies loaded when you're nearby. They, like a lot of games, they kind of fudge zombie movement when you're not there. Because if they had to keep all zombies loaded forever, it would just kill any performance the game could ever possibly have. So there is going to be some mechanism of loading, unloading zombies and such. I find it interesting that they're keeping a respectable distance from the doors. Like, whoa, doors? Nope. Don't want to look like we're stealing it. We just want to loom around it menacingly. No, we, basically what we did with the helicopter is the rural supply store behind us. We had backed the truck up to that place because we were just looting while we were waiting on the helicopter to be there. But we just sat right there at that building. We kept fighting and fighting and fighting until the helicopter went away. We killed every single zombie that showed up. Like, we stood our ground there. Then we drove home, which is to the north, and then just zombies were everywhere by our house. Our theory so far has been, right before the helicopter, there's been like a bunch of migrations or something. And it just, the zombies didn't reach us, maybe? But still, this seems like a ridiculous number of zombies. But it's certainly been a an interesting couple days in game, because like before all this happening, before the helicopter, we were pushing our way forward, and we had, and this would be last night's stream, like right towards the end of the stream, like last day we were awake. We had like well over 100 zombies just come pouring out of the woods, you know, to just surround our car and push us away. Like we ended up ultimately having to retreat, but that was after, you know, I went through like an entire container of beta blockers, an entire container of vitamins, and like I think most, if it not all, of the second container. And then it's just like, okay, we're just too burnt to keep fighting. Like we easily put more than 100 kills on our count in that night. And then since then, it's been all but like one day we've been having these ridiculous number of zombies pouring in from everywhere. It's very clearly not respawn, because one, we've got it off and I'm 99.999% sure it's off. I don't think we've been able to push into town with respawns on, if I'm being honest. Nor have I had to fight any appreciable levels of zombies in here since we cleared it. Till, you know, whatever the heck happened a day or two ago. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just like, maybe I've cleared out like almost an entire cell, and it's just like, oh, it's time for, well, multiple cells, because we're covering multiple cells. It's like, oh, we're just going to redistribute, you know, a very high pop cell over to the cell you cleared. I think if there was such a mechanic, like just, like, a massive super migration or something that triggers, like, each quarter or something, that would be a known thing. Like, either we'd have a setting for it or something. One of the things that did cross my mind that could be is, you know, we've been pushing farther than we previously had been. So it probably started populating all the zombies there, whereas those zombies don't exist until we get close enough for them to exist. And so it's probably like 3 days went by since we made those zombies exist. And then they went, oh, we need to migrate to this giant empty space on the map. I mean, I haven't heard of zombies changing their distribution in any way. Because, I mean, if that was the case, I'd imagine people who do wilderness bases would go from having no zombies to worry about to, you know, suddenly having to fight off the hordes. Yeah, no, I don't think it's switching to, like, uniform. Like, there could be some, just, not mechanic individually, but between, like, redistribution and migration and all that, that there's some situation that arises at a certain point where things just align. And you just have, like, one day every so often that's a bit overwhelming because all of the mechanics are happening at the same time. Either way, I don't know. It was just kind of like, where are all these zombies coming from? Why are they here? Because like I said, the population of zombies we're seeing now feels like I started over in apocalypse mode mid-run. But that's fine. We're wiping out zombies. There are finite zombies in our world. Eventually they will be gone. And this just means I'm fighting them here versus someplace else. Like, it could even be something that triggers that, you know, where it's like, uniform or urban, that because we've had this place cleared long enough, it's going, oh, something's wrong, I don't have zombies in the city. And so, not only is it like a migration or whatever, but also the zombies are trying to correct where the zombie distribution is incorrect as far as it's concerned. I don't know. I'm making stuff up at this point, trying to come up with logic for it. Like, clearly something's happening, I just don't know what. Thought the last stab was going to kill it, I wouldn't have to follow up. I have not exited to check, but like I said, I would imagine if respawn was on, we'd have had a lot more respawn issues well before this point. Like, we would have genuinely had problems with respawn by now. Oh, accidentally chopped the tree with a knife. Excellent. I'm just guessing the helicopter drew in zombies from much farther than we've cleared. It's just they didn't have enough runs of the helicopter to reach us. Because I want to say that's what, our 5th helicopter now? Maybe 6th? I also don't truly know how far the zombies end up getting drawn by a helicopter, because it flies in from a ways away, does its thing, and then flies off a ways away. Rinse and repeat. So it could just be that, you know, it flew over Muldrow or someplace, drug some ridiculous number of zombies out of town towards us. You know, and they got close enough to town that now they've, you know, they're here. Which does have alarming implications if that is, because that means you wouldn't be able to count on the rural area having low population, because it could just draw ridiculous number of zombies into the woods. On the plus side, it means when I am going, like, alright, I want to clear the map, I could keep returning to a location with the helicopter showing up and keep drawing zombies there from far away. On the plus side, our kill count is climbing. Here's a zombie behind me. I'm just making my salad. Okay, so we are here for advanced cooking and farming, is it? Yeah, advanced cooking and farming. Grabbing extras. And I will deal with that in a moment. There's advanced cooking. There's advanced farming. Okay, so we have a hydrate. Hydration is done. Grabbed a couple of books. Like I said, I just haven't gone through and like properly looted the place. I haven't worried about it. Like you'll notice, I put circles over the towns that buildings we fully looted. What is all this? I saw my flamingos and I want to go. Alright, yeah, this is a ridiculous number of zombies. Okay. You know what? I am going to go and double check the settings when we get back to the house. First, let's get to one end of all of this crap. Because I do want to clear them, but not from the middle. I've learned my lesson on that one. Alright, zombies. I get it, I got work to do. I wish you'd have fallen over long enough for me to get looting without danger. Alright, we got a spear there. Ooh, that got dangerous. There's those ones where I couldn't... Yeah, area does not feel clear. Area was clear, helicopter made area not clear. Hey, I can't kill anyone. How's it going? We're up to 7,200 kills and some change. Ekron was clear, but the helicopter has uncleared it. So we are taking corrective action. So, did I say 7,200 kills? Because, I mean 7,300 kills here in a second. Nimble, I believe 3, if I'm remembering correctly. I just got a zombie out of there, zombie, if you don't mind. Yep. Alright, we pushed the zombie, which means we got aggro somewhere. Probably the zombie at the door counting. I'll be with you in a moment, zombie. Because I am done listening to these doors. There. This is weapon condition indicator. So it'll let me know when my condition drops, it'll put a thing above my head saying, oh, your hunting knife has taken durability. And then you can see how much it changes down there. It also shows it up here in the corner, but you'll almost never notice that because it's so far out of the way. Yep, it is an excellent mod. I also like minimal display bars is another really good one. Highly recommend it. How are my skills looking? We are about a third of the way on fitness, about just shy of halfway on strength to our next level. Nimble's a little over a third of the way. Combat skills are coming along. Short Blunt's getting pretty close to leveling. Cool. Zaux hotbar mod? What is the hotbar mod? I think someone's mentioned that one to me before. I just don't remember. I guess where we were clearing to Riverside, we just cleared it. Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I heard about that one. That's those ones that I'm like, okay, like that quality of life? Yes. But, it's those ones like, oh, that's changing enough that does feel not vanilla. But that's just a me issue, like, where I like to play games very vanilla most of the time. Barring if I'm very specifically trying to do, like, a mod that, like the Cryogenic Winter mod. Like, that is an entire challenge based around the mod. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, quality of life, it's like, that is a very significant improvement. Like, I should be allowed to clip my radio to the belt. And I know there are mods that do that. But, like, in vanilla, I should be allowed to put my radio down there and hear it. Because in real life, the radios in the 90s, they came with a belt clip. So you could clip them to your belt. And you could hear them. Game. Like, I can put them in this place, but it turns the radio off. You can have the radio on your belt and hear it? Because I've only been able to get the radio to work if I'm holding it in my hand. Because I'm down to try it. Yep. No, it turns it off when you take it out of your hand. Like, the radio can only be hand. Gotcha. Yep. It might also be one of those things that maybe it's only like the tactical radio or whatever. Because I don't think I ever tried it with the tactical. There's the flamingo I want. I would really like the flamingo zombies. Stop bogarting the flamingo. I need it for my flamboyance. Okay, I can find more in this yard. Alright. Oh, right, there's a spear we want to go back for too, along the fence on the east side of the road. I forgot about that. That spear wouldn't have been here, it would have been just up the road up here, I think. The least all of these groups could do is have a large backpack. Yep, I really like the mod. It's a good mod. One moment, I'll take. Thank you for the follow. I can't kill anyone. Welcome to the stream. Alright, I think it's time we need to have our character back off, and we'll start clearing more again in the next day. Because while we have killed many a zombie, we definitely feel like we got way more to get through. Oh, the flamingo. Give me the flamingo. We have acquired the flamingo. That was very important. We couldn't risk forgetting about it. Yeah, I think the spear was in this cluster of zombies up here, if I recall correctly. Because spear is always a good time. Vitamins, love to see it. Game, stop it. I see the zombie. Deal with that in a minute. Oh yeah, those are kinds of mods I get as well, are like UI mods or mods that save you clicks. Like not that give me some kind of advantage or whatever, but just go, okay, well this is a thing that you just have to click and click and click and click, and it's not a meaningful decision or anything. It's just clicking. So, you know, you just get a thing that automates. It's like I have auto mechanic, which will just go through and it'll hit the buttons to uninstall and reinstall parts without me having to right click, left click, wait, right click, left click, wait, and repeat ad nauseam. Okay, so we got the speaker and all that. I don't care about that. Or not speaker, spear. Cool. More zombies I'll have to deal with tomorrow. Gotcha. Yeah, that doesn't seem too ridiculously strong. I mean, it's more carry weight that you would otherwise not have, so that's definitely something giving you an edge. Why, zombies, why are you here? Get away from my base. This whole place is cleared. Where are you coming from? I know, it's like, you know, I leave the base, it's like, alright, we've killed all the zombies around our base. We had, like, the whole perimeter, like, all the way around. And we get back to base, we're like, but why is base, like, surrounded by zombies now? Like, why are they here of all places? Yeah, there's a generator, but I mean, that doesn't have that far of a hearing range. Hey, thank you for the raid, Pankraru. Give me 1 second, I'll get you a shout out. Anyway. Well, it's sorry to hear that your Splatoon was horrible. I don't believe the zombies are designed to move towards the player. Like, the zombies usually move towards, like, filling in empty areas, moving towards where sounds are being made, that kind of thing. That's not like it deliberately targets the player specifically. The helicopter, on the other hand, does target the player, which does draw zombies to you that way. Gotcha. Well, I do hope it gets all sorted out for you. Alright, I've got more nightsticks than I need on me. Putting the axe away. Like, I can see it would appear that the zombies are targeting the player specifically because they're going to go where you cleared out, which is where you're likely to be. Yep, we go for the chill vibe. For anyone curious, that is Pretzel Rocks is what plays the music. And I am currently on the lo-fi playlist. So it's all music that is DMCA friendly for Twitch. You can do DMCA friendly for YouTube as well, but it does significantly cut into the amount of music you get so far as different songs. And I did mention earlier, it sounds like I might actually be getting affiliated with Pretzel Rocks, which means if that were the case, I would actually get kickbacks for people who, you know, I would like provide a link and all that, but I am in no way affiliated with them yet. So it is me just saying it because I actually like their product. Yeah, I gotta go over the details after stream, because I did notice, like, they had mentioned that maybe they would want to do an affiliate thing. Or that they would like to do an affiliate thing. It's like, okay, let me look at this, and started the sign-up process, and I didn't get a chance to read into it more yet. Like, oh, there's a tree right there. Okay. Awesome. What did you stream? And for the record, I do know Ampersand. Apex Legends. Cool. So yeah, so Ampersand is just getting started streaming. So, if you're curious about jumping onto someone who's streamed like once now and absolutely blow their numbers up, I just dropped the link there and drop them a follow. What was I doing? Right, I want the Advanced Farmer book. Yeah, always love to try and help out people who are just starting streaming and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I've lost track of time. I should have had some type of dinner in the oven by now. But you gotta figure stuff out. Any special name for any special thing for the name Raw Storage? So, give me 1 second. I'll do those push-ups and then I'll talk through it. Now let's leave this on slow because it'll only take me 2 seconds to do push-ups. Okay, and while I get all this entered, So raw storage actually doesn't have any significant meaning or anything. I couldn't really tell you how I came up with it. I was playing a game Ultima Online back when that was relevant. So we're talking like way back. And I kind of came up with that. So I was like we're talking like high school. So I did that one, and I came up with like a couple different ones for different characters and all that, because that's one of those games you can have multiple characters and whatnot. But I've just kind of kept it around. Like I said, it doesn't have any special meaning. There wasn't a character at all that's like, oh, that's a cool character, or anything like that. It was just, I needed to come up with a name. Like, that sounds like a name. Good enough for me. Yeah, but that's been the joke I've gotten at many times over the year. It's like, haha, rural storage. It's like, yep. I mean, that sounds like a name. Would be like raw. Oh man, Ultima Online, was that like 1998, 2000, something like that? Yep, no, and I've seen that. And I've also seen people like, well, I took a couple words and I mashed them together and made a thing, or sometimes they'll have more meaning. It's like, oh, well, I'm into this, and this is related to that, so sure. I also waited too long, so I can't just like order something to be dropped off. So I can add the advanced farming book to the fire. Nice.